Welcome to the name game. Workout number 89 is circuit breaker. An AMRAP for 16 minutes. Starts with 14 wall balls, 20 pounds for males, 14 pounds for females. Both males and females will be throwing to a 10-foot target. Then 12 dumbbell snatches, 50 for males, 35 for females, and 10 box jumps, 24 inches for males, 20 inches for females. Let's get into standards. For the wall ball, you have to start each rep hip crease below the top of the knee. And when you actually throw the ball to impact the target, it needs to hit the wall above that 10-foot line. So wherever it actually makes contact with the ball, it needs to be above that 10-foot line. For the dumbbell snatch, the start of each rep starts with both heads of the dumbbell touching the floor, locking out overhead in line with the body with knees and hips extended. And then these do have to be alternating reps. Finally, the box jump. This is a traditional box jump where you do have to extend fully on the top of the box. So hips and knees must be fully extended at the top before you rebend and lower back down. Again, you may jump off the box, you may step off the box, but you must jump onto the box to start. Let's bring in Coach Chris and we'll talk about strategy.
So first impressions is that I could very easily see this being an open workout. 16-minute time domain, right within the realm of what they generally program for the open, with traditionally 20 minutes being the absolute max. 14 wall balls, 12 dumbbell snatch, 10 box jumps, light weights, manageable rep schemes. It reminds me in terms of that, what I just said, lightweight and manageable rep schemes, that wall walk workout last year. Man, I don't remember the exact breakdown, but it might've been like a 15-minute AMRAP. It was like, like 3 wall walks?
12, 15.
Yeah, something like that. And
so in terms of time, it's probably pretty similar.
Sure. And in terms of demand, it's like those rep schemes are small that it's like, okay, I need to move at a pace that allows me to continue to move for the entire, in that case, 15 minutes, in this case, 16 minutes, and move at a manageable pace. So you're not sitting there just hands on your knees and resting.
I mean, for people who have good capacity, this is literally going to be just like kind of feels like you're throttling down the whole time, right? And these movements are not so like expensive, so to speak, where like you're going to be forced to rest if you're someone who is in pretty tip-top shape, especially if you're like getting kind of gearing up to go into your season, you probably are in pretty good shape. This is sort of the time where it's like, man, like you need to be ready for this type of thing when it comes out. So it's totally possible that for a lot of people, that it's been probably a while since they've done this. Like we've intentionally like programmed a lot more of like fun, different workouts, like a lot of quarterfinals movements, but these is like squarely like an open style test that like you're likely to see something like this. So it's important that like in the event that something like this comes out, you feel comfortable basically holding the throttle down for 16 minutes and knowing that you're at a high respiration rate, high work rate, and that you can sustain it for those movements across that time domain, basically.
Yeah. And I think the decisions that come into this workout are, how quickly are your transitions, right? And so depending on your fitness level, do you purposely walk from one implement to the next in order to like make sure that once you step to that implement, you're performing the movement right away? Mm-hmm. Or are you in better shape so you can just literally get right on it and almost like move at a speed during the movement that doesn't totally jack your heart rate up?
Yep.
So that would like be one decision to make. Depending on your strength levels, I would say the vast majority of people shouldn't be breaking up the dumbbell snatches.
Should or shouldn't?
Should not.
Yeah.
Unless things just start to utterly fall apart at the end of the workout, right? And so, yeah. And then the other one is what do you do on the box jumps, right? Are you someone who's stepping down early in the workout, or do you have the fitness capacity to rebound the box jumps the entire time? Yep. Right. As a coach training athletes, I don't really have my athletes rebound too much.
Yeah.
Just because of the demand on your calf, your Achilles, your feet across 16 minutes could be really tough. But again, if you're a semifinal levels athlete, it's kind of like, the cost of participation, and you're probably going to be rebounding all those throughout all 16 minutes.
It's no different than having to do like 150 GHDs in a workout. Like,
right.
Generally, it's probably not a great idea for like the bulk of the population, but if you're in the sport and like you want to be good at it, like you're going to be asked to do that. So you need to be able to do it. So it's sort of the same thing with like rebounding box jumps. In this case, it's like, you know, if you want to pay to play, you got to show up ready to go.
Yeah. And that's something I wouldn't necessarily recommend for everyone. Right. So like for someone at my fitness level, I'm probably stepping down the box jumps so I can push the other two movements and almost use the step down as like a way to recover in movement. Right.
Yeah.
While gaining reps. And then as I get late into the workout, I'll probably start rebounding just because you have to speed up at that point.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a good chunk of people that kind of fall into that category.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say for myself, the only thing that for me that I might kind of hesitate to do that is like stepping down that much. Kind of sometimes it will like mess with my back, and if like it'll actually fatigue my back a little bit. And with wall balls for whatever reason, I think just because the weight's kind of out in front a little bit, those plus a hinging movement often kind of blow up my back. So that's what we have here. So if you're someone who like frequently deals with low back fatigue in a workout and you have the capacity, maybe rebound them and then take a little bit of time to like kind of stand up tall and like relax a little bit, or like open up your chest and like try to deload your back in between, like during the transition periods then.
Yeah, good point.
Cool. Anything else to add on this one?
No, like I said, pretty straightforward. Not a lot of, different loopholes or potholes to get caught in on this workout. A lot of it is just capacity based. And then, managing transitions, because you also, not to drag this out, but you also do have a good number of transitions in this workout. And so, managing those transitions is going to be huge, because if you just really take too much time in there, you're going to lose a lot of time in the workout.
Yeah. I mean, just looking at it, like each of those chunks of movements could be, maybe 30 seconds on an average of work. So you're looking at maybe, again, I think the higher level athletes are going to go under 90 seconds around the whole time.
Right.
But that, that's maybe a good gauge for people. Like if you're maybe in the 140 range, if you're someone who's more of a, a quarterfinals hopeful or something, that might be a good kind of way to think about it.
Yeah, I agree.
And lastly, we encourage as many people as possible to jump in with you and do these workouts. So you've got people who want to throw down with you, by all means, encourage them to do that. However, we want everyone to submit their scores, right? So where you're going to go to is zorfitness.com. You'll hit on menu, drop down from the protocol. You'll hit that tab called name game. And then you'll go down to the first workout, which should be the newest one. And you're going to click that little green arrow. There you'll be able to enter your name, also with the workout name. That's important because it tags it so it doesn't get lost in the forum later on. But then you obviously are going to put your score or your time, and then you'll submit it. If you click on that little number next to it, you're going to see all the other comments, right? You might actually not be able to view them all. So if you hit view all comments, that's going to take you down sort of a leaderboard where you get to compare scores. And then also your coach gets to help determine where you stack up versus other competitors to be able to determine your individual weaknesses. This is going to be super helpful for us, pretty exciting and engaging for you guys. And if you're someone who's watching this, you're not a Zor Fitness athlete yet, I'll link to it below, but you can either check out the protocol or one-on-one coaching, and we'll reach out, see if you're a good fit. And for everyone, best of luck on the workout.